Welcome, everyone, to the greatest podcast on the planet. I am the Bulldog, here to bring it to you, along with my co-host,
the Rabbi. Hello, everybody.
Rabbi, do you have a word for our podcast today?
You betcha. I came prepared today. My word of the day is pew, because I really like that word for some reason. And during Rosh Hashanah services, I couldn't stop saying pew. I really like that word.
How does
And
that translate to the podcast? Is the pewiest podcast in the world?
yes, pew means in a row, in a line. Everybody is unified. It is beautiful. Everybody comes together. We sit aligned as one, ready to learn. So today we will be unified and together.
Welcome to the most unified podcast in the world, everyone.
Damn
I'm the
straight.
Bulldog, and that's Rabbi Mo. Can we get to the question of the bye week?
Absolutely. Would you like to talk about the question by week?
I would love to, because I've been taking a fascinating class in my sports management program at Miami University. We've been studying.
Whoa, hold up. Why do I have so much energy and high-pitched voice?
Are you critiquing my Bulldog?
Yeah, a little bit, but I feel like I'm freaking what's that dude from Carmen? I feel like I'm Carmen, from
Oh, you're Carmi doesn't have a lot of energy.
no,
Intensity.
no, from that cartoon. You know what I'm talking about?
Carmi cartoon.
Carmen?
Carmen?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Hold up.
Not doing it. Not doing it for me. Anyways, you have an energy. You do have an energy about you when you do this. So can you let it's my interpretation, okay?
Yeah, all right. Go ahead. Let
Not
me
critiquing.
continue with my scowl. Let me see
It's a
here.
skull. It's a
Okay.
skull.
Let me see here in my sweatshirt. Oh, I need drink a little whiskey. All right, continue with your enthusiastic self.
I've been taking one of my classes. We've been studying NFL, how they dealt with concussions. And Dad, Rabbi, I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to watch the NFL the same way again. And
Really,
so
matey?
the bye week. What?
Really, matey? Really? You're not gonna be able to watch football ever again?
I don't know. No. I don't know. It's kind of tough out there. Knowing what I know now, especially last month with Tua going down like he did, and Josh Allen having his experience last week. So the question is, what's the question, Dad?
I was wondering if you're gonna go there because it happens every episode. Well, matey, since you're incompetent and can never find a question, let me tell you how I interpret it. This question question of the bye week. That's where you say B-W. Oh no, I say the QOTBW. Anyways, is
the question.
Oh, sorry. Are concussions being handled in the right way in NFL? And since you are expert in this situation for the first time ever in the history of the podcast, please do tell us your opinion.
It's some serious shit. Is all I gotta say. Oh, did I say shit? I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to curse on the air. I don't want to curse. Shit. Damn it. Yes. Podcast.
I think that's only ever been your rule that we don't cuss.
Who are you being now when you say that?
You. Wait, this is where it gets confusing. Because you always say that to me.
I do.
Okay.
I wasn't quite sure.
All right. Continue your answer.
Who I was and who you were.
Okay.
All right. Concussions. Yes, we're taking this very serious subject very seriously, aren't we?
As always on Mozo.
But the NFL clearly does not care about its players as much as it says, because there is some bad stuff happening to these guys. and it happens way more than we think. And they do the things on the outside, but really, man, you just watch this game today, which is happening later when the Bills play. I'm not hoping for it, but expecting some bad things with Josh Allen. Won't take
Mm,
much.
all right. Well, from my perspective, back in my day, back in my day, when we had those dome helmets, and all it was just smash mouth football. All them, all them good Steelers teams, the Ravens teams, just smash mouth football. You either put up or you shut up. So I think it's a bunch of weak-minded people out there these days, and they need to learn what real hitting is like. So I don't think it's as big of a problem as people are out to be like yourself.
But Dad, Rabbi, you
Yes,
hate the
son.
NFL. Don't you think that the NFL? I don't think you'd really say something like that. I think you'd say that the NFL
Yeah,
is a bunch of
yeah.
money
But
grubbing
matey,
old white
matey,
guys. They
matey,
don't care
matey,
about young black guys who are getting hit in the head.
matey, let me tell you something. I've been alive for 50 years, so I've seen a lot of my time, okay? And it's always been a problem. So yes, they have been handling it really poorly, but I don't think there's much that you can do. And yes, I agree. There is maybe something where the white guys just want to make money, so they don't really care about what's happening on the field. So yes, I think you're right about
Why don't they just wear those big, ugly, cushy helmets like they do in practice? If
that.
they wear them in practice to help their heads, don't you think they help in games to help their heads?
Well, matey, I don't think, I don't think that little cushion's gonna do much extra, to be honest with you. They might as well just wear a giant ass balloon or something like that. Maybe they just put like a bunch of yarmulkes around their head or something. I don't know.
Rabbi, that sounds like something that I might say, not you.
Um,
And now I'm really confused who I and you are, but
all right, let's move on to our next segment.
oh, we're going
Okay.
to the next segment. No wrap up
I
for this.
oh well, matey,
Give me a
would
quick
you like
one,
to
Rabbi, go quickly. To since you are so old and fatherly, you're such got the dad vibe going on. You're Tua's
paternalism?
dad. You want him to play, or you want him to retire? What do you want him to do?
Um, I would like for to be able to see my son in 20 years, fully cognitive, and fully aware.
Even though you might not
Um,
be around.
even though I might not be around, that is a risk I'm willing to take. But God willing, he will be there right by my side, and we'll be able to watch TV together, maybe have a nice meal. But yeah, I would not let him play. And I'm glad that you, matey, never wanted to play football because I'm not sure I could let you because it's a dangerous sport.
Would you have told me no if you
Uh,
play football?
I wouldn't have stopped you if you really, really wanted to because I like to see you having fun and enjoying and doing what you want. But if it got to a point where I had a concussion and I still wanted to go play, I probably would have said no.
That's okay. You don't have to worry about it because if I could quote Coach Prime, I made that business decision a long time ago not to play football.
I don't ever remember Coach Prime saying that, but I like that. Again, I like where your head's at right there.
Who's the I?
Actually,
Hold on.
actually, matey, I don't like Coach Prime being your role model. Please don't quote him ever again. Okay, all right. Matey, you have any last words for the segment?
Concussions are bad, man.
Wow,
Stop.
insightful.
Let's
That
stop.
is
Let's stop them.
that is beautiful information right there.
That's why I'm here.
Okay,
All right. We're out. Out.
we're out. our next segment, one that Matey and I love, and one that our very minimal viewers love. Feelings checking.
They're
This is
serious though, our viewers,
they
Rabbi.
are. They are. Yeah, very serious.
We love
This
you.
is okay. Can I introduce this segment, please?
Got to show love to the viewers and listeners.
Okay. Okay. This segment, we take few players and we discuss where we like them from on the y-axis, love and hate, and on the actual talent in the league, prime or washed. And they can be going towards their prime, can be going away.
Remember what
We
that
have
axis is called, Rabbi? What that axis is called? You got the y-axis. What's the other one?
the x-axis.
It's been a long time since you did y and x-axis, so I want
I
to make
know, I
sure
know.
you know.
That's just how old I am.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I can't remember what a graph looks like.
What's been a while? You
Anyway,
don't do much graph in the rabbi business.
that's true. Maybe you should. Maybe that's where you're going wrong. Oh
Moving
wait.
close.
Maybe I should. Maybe I'm going wrong. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. So Matey, would you please present us with the first player that we need to discuss?
I don't have enough hands. Well, Rabbi. It's not a player. We got more than
Oh,
players.
all right.
We're
We have more than player.
players.
Coaches, announcers. I believe that was you, Matey, who made that dumbass decision to put Joe Buck in there. But
Well, you would love Rabbi. You love your coaches and announcers, so I let's
that's
just
true.
play it to your
I
old guy,
do love me some wisdom and old heads.
your old guy sensitivities.
Yeah.
Here we go. Our
Okay.
first.
That's a little brutal of an angle, but okay. Sean Payton. Interesting. Okay. If you do remember our very loyal listeners that Matey speaks about here, uh, we did imitate him and Russell Wilson a long time ago. Um, would you like me to discuss first?
Well, go for it because you know how I feel about Sean Payton. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, like you said, I do love me some coaches, and I do think it's a little outrageous that we spent draft capital on him. But I do think with he had Drew
You
Brees,
no,
so
you
I mean,
don't think that? Do you think that, or do I think that?
I feel well, uh, I feel like Rabbi myself hates or does not like Sean Payton because he's very arrogant and stuff. But he also did coach Drew Brees, so we gotta give him a little leeway because he might know what he's doing. Is that not true? You don't think that?
Yeah, but I don't think you, Rabbi, thought it was necessarily bad to get draft capital. Do you give away draft capital for it? I don't remember. Do you say that?
Rabbi does not think
I don't remember.
that?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Well, I am the rabbi in this situation, and the rabbi did not like that we wasted draft capital
okay.
when we already are trying to rebuild.
We already gave away draft capital for us.
Yes. We
So
know, or I know that I did not like Russ.
yeah.
Okay, Matey, how do you feel about Sean Payton?
Well, as much as you strongly feel about Sean Payton, I even more strongly from the beginning, from the get-go. This guy. Yeah,
What? What? This guy, I never said that. What the?
this guy.
This guy. I don't say that. All right, continue. What?
Did you catch that whole thing? See, Dad, I know you it was mom made us watch Ferris Bueller, didn't age very well. So there he goes, dropping all these Gen Gen X references and Bonix. He's just so out of
Rabbi, I
touch and
don't
so full of himself. I just like, oh, this
son
guy.
son, I think you're remembering incorrectly uh me forcing you to watch Ferris Bueller. I don't recall me watching Ferris Bueller with you at all.
I said, mom watched Ferris Bueller with
Really? Well, given how mom never really remembers what movies she watched and
you.
whatnot, I'm not sure she's a trustful source. Okay.
So, anyways, for me, he was always past his prime.
Mm,
He's down the corner over here. I'm
okay.
all right, viewers. I'm holding this up for now, just pretending because I can't have hands. I'm still the bulldog right now. For me, the bulldog, like he's below Rush. He's done. He's not bringing anything to the table. Yeah. What about
This
you?
might
Where are you putting him on the?
well, it's kind of funny
How you
because
feeling about Coach Payton?
the last time we completely agreed with our feelings check-in was the very opposite of the spectrum in Katie Ledecky.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to say I do agree with you. Um, I might not hate him, maybe not, maybe just slightly less than you, but I do think he's washed.
Three and
So
two is a mirage. 3 and 2 is false, fool's gold.
okay, I don't think Cody would know what
Yeah,
Mirage
I think you're
is.
right. I just the moment that came out, I was like, okay,
Because because when
Bulldog's not saying either of those two things, fool's gold or mirage. So let me take those back. But
because let me tell
three
you
two,
something.
3 2 is bullshit. Oops, I swore. Sorry.
Agreed.
All right. Well, Rabbi, we're gonna stay local to our Denver sports scene and want to know your feelings about this. Another old
Mm.
man who's coming to our town,
Well,
Mr. Russell Westbrook.
he's about half my age, so I know for you everybody seems older, but that guy is not as old as me.
He's not
Okay.
half your age, all right.
Um, I do I do love his effort and his mentality and his he doesn't need to be front and center. Um, I really do like how he models for the youth that you don't need to be all cocky and whatnot. You just need to do your part, and grind it out. However, for the whole Nuggets as a whole, I don't know how good of a piece he's gonna fit. He'll be good off the bench, but I'm not sure if he can take us to the promised land. Uh, but I would say he's not averaging a triple double because he's coming off the bench, so he's definitely on his way out. So I'd probably say just left of Joe Buck. Left. Thank you. And I'd put him about right by Malone's head for love. There we go. What do you think, matey? This is great silence, matey. I'm gonna have to fill it up somehow.
Not good radio, huh? No, I got good
There we
stream.
go.
I'm not sure about this one, so I'm going on a limb here. I love me some Russell Westbrook. I love me some Russ. I love the energy. I love the attitude. I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Humble. He is not humble, but he's not humble now. He still thinks he's the man, which we need that swagger, actually. So he is high on my love meter. Prime wise, he does all the basketball skill things right, except one little thing. One little thing is that shooting thing. And that shooting thing's kind of important, especially because of what he's trying to replace. So I'm putting him where'd he go?
Well, who is he trying to replace, matey? Because we still have MPJ. We still have our shooters.
KCP.
We need.
KCP.
Oh, okay.
KCP.
Well,
And
actually,
Bruce Brown. We're still trying to place Bruce Brown too.
well, matey, Russ is technically not replacing those guys because he's coming off the bench. That would be Mr. Braun. Mr. Braun is replacing.
Still, so I would put him I'm higher on the love,
Okay.
but also less in the prime. So maybe he's like right here, just above Mr. Buck. Is that good for you?
Yeah, that's good for me.
All right.
Have you want a man that is the little definition of a pew? That is Russ right there. Mr.
Oh,
Uniform.
you bring it back. I like that bringing back the word of the day. Sometimes,
Right?
sometimes, Rabbi, you forget to bring back the word of the day. You just mention it, and then you're
Uh,
done.
Today, unlike any other episode ever, I'm on my A game. All right.
I love it when you're on your game, Rabbi. It's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
Makes me better.
Well, I'm just coming off
You
of
make me better. You're a great team player when you do that.
hey.
I don't have to carry the show by myself.
Yeah, I noticed your back was hurting a little bit. Uh, but no, I just came off of the peak season of high holidays for me, so I'm feeling great, rejuvenated. I'm ready to go.
I expect you to be fatigued. It's very impressive.
Hey, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm a expert of my craft.
You ready for a more feeling check in, Rabbi?
I'm so ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh, brother.
Here it comes.
Mr. A. Ron Rodgers.
Ron.
Um, I'm trying to remember what I think about A. Ron. I do, I
I'm trying to
do.
remember what I think too.
Um,
But I may start with
well, I
just
remember.
another old guy who
I
everyone thinks
remember.
is great and not great anymore,
I
and
remember.
just showing it more, get people in trouble. Brings that lame ass Lathan Hackett with us that we had to deal with in Denver and now in New York. And I'm done with all of them. He's past his prime. There's no love. He's not as much in the corner as. Not then with Sean Payton in my mind, but he's close.
Okay.
What about you, Rabbi?
I
Do you
just
remember what you thought?
remember.
Do you remember
I
what you thought?
remember what I think about him. He and I practice the same mental outdoor things. We both enjoy going out into the middle of freaking nobody knows where and just us in a small little cabin smoking some of that good and seeing what comes out of it. So mentally and spiritually, we're on the same exact wavelength. So I'd say, but that's not really our connection. Our connection is me watching him from the couch play football. And has he caused a lot of drama in the locker room? Yes. Is he Mr. Unvaccinated? Yes. So like it just keeps on debunking him. So I'd put him probably halfway between middle and hate. And then is he definitely washed? Yeah. So no. So down halfway x-axis, halfway y-axis. Yeah.
He
There
and
we go.
Russ. He
Yeah.
and Russ are the same hood.
Yeah. What do you think about my things?
But Dad, it's so great to always sit here and talk about my feelings with you.
I know a damn fact I would never say that.
You would think it. I'm thinking it, but I just felt like saying it today.
Oh,
You're
wow,
you're
what?
you're performing such a high level. You moved me to talk about my feelings and be thankful for you. So
Wow. Well, matey, is there anything else you'd like to talk about at the moment? Now that you're willing to talk.
not for the viewing public. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, that's a damn shame. All right. That does it for our feelings check-in. Thank you, matey, for holding up that board for us. Um,
Pleasure.
I think
Uh,
it's time to move on and we about end this
hey,
with
listeners, watchers, if you got anyone feeling checking feedback or people you want on our board, let us know.
yes, please do. All of our two listeners.
We out. For me.
Oh, sir. We come to our final segment of this episode.
Bulldog, you're looking good, by the way.
Like, hey, you too, man.
I almost didn't recognize you for some reason.
Yeah.
Weird kind of disassociation or something.
Yeah. Um, so this is long overdue, ladies and gentlemen. I've gone on a rant twice now. Once about our girl Cece. We can't go an episode without mentioning her.
Our girl,
Once,
our woman. Let's our woman.
our woman, sorry. Once about
How they were treating her.
no, well, that was one of them.
Yeah.
The other one was about.
I don't think we need to know that.
Okay, it was a good rant though.
Go back and watch. It was so good.
Yeah, it was so good. I this is really gonna piss me off that I can't remember. Anyways, it is long overdue, ladies and gentlemen, that we have a rant from yours truly, Rabbi Mo.
Oh, yours truly would be me now, not you.
Yours for
When you say yours truly, you're talking about yourself.
the people's truly, Rabbi Mo. Hey, are we good? Would you like to purify us with your rant?
Pew, pew, pew. This rant's gonna hit you like that because it's
Okay,
all right. So I sit
I'm
here
all ears.
as we sit here today. We are in the midst of a really fantastic postseason baseball.
Amazing.
It's been incredible. Made more incredible by the fact that the Cleveland Guardians are about to play the hated New York Yankees in the ALCS. So that's all good. However, within the playoffs, as great as they've been, there's something that's just pissing the hell out of me.
Well, spit it out, buddy.
And it does every year at this time. Why? And this, why, when we get to the playoffs, does baseball they play 162 games. It's a long season. It's probably too long. Okay. Another rant, another time. They do it. It is the ultimate game of this daily thing of routine. These athletes are creatures of habit and they get into their flow and they're successful that way. And then we get to the postseason and we tell them do things differently and expect them to be successful. We put the onus of our success on them doing what they do differently. And then we get upset with the people who make decisions and the players who don't perform under them. It is mind-boggling. Two examples, one from inside the game and one from Major League Baseball itself. Yeah, listen to this. So, relief pitchers. Emmanuel Clase. Here we go. Greatest closer this year, maybe one of the greatest closing seasons ever in consideration for the Cy Young. He's been so good. Scooball is going to get it, but still great. All year, he comes in the ninth. No runners on base to close the ninth. All year he comes in, he pitches one inning. He doesn't have to figure out the ebb and flow of I pitch an inning and then I got to go rest depending how long the team bats and get back there and get revved up and do my thing. But then here we come to the playoffs and let's expect this player who's been excellent at what he has done and how he has done it. Ask him to do something different in an even more high pressure situation and expect him to perform and expect the team to succeed, their success to be based on that. That is just nuts and bonkers. And then within the Major League Baseball ecosystem, we can debate whether you love or hate the rule. The system, yeah, whatever. You can bet whether you love or hate the extra inning rule with the zombie runner, the ghost runner. I know you hate all those names for it, Bulldog, but with it, where we start at get to the 10th inning, the guy who made the last out in the 9th inning is automatically on second base. But you know what? Okay, that's the rule. I've kind of come to appreciate for what it is. But then we get to the playoffs, and all of a sudden, well, we're not. That's not a playoff rule. We're going to have them play just like we were playing before that rule. And once again, you play 162 games one way, and ostensibly you're doing this rule during the playoffs for a couple reasons. You want to keep the pace of game low. You don't want these long games, and you want to preserve pitchers and bullpens and keep the games competitive. And so then two good reasons, I think, even though you may not love the rule, but then you change in the postseason, which also both need that rule. That these games that start so late anyways for people on the East Coast, I know you're feeling that. I don't mind it as much. But late games, less viewership, less involvement in baseball, and you're destroying the balance of competition by having these teams run through their bullpens and potentially exhaustive, non-ending games. So why do we do these things so differently when things get most intense and important? It just drives me nuts.
That was beautiful.
There's
That
the
was
rant.
beautiful. I like that.
You're in. That's it. You're good.
I'm in. I think if I were a manager, I'm going from the solution now.
Okay.
I would maybe like a month if you are looking to make a playoff push, okay? A month to go in the season, you start putting them in that role.
Okay.
Start making them do 4 or 5 outs. Start playing like you're in the postseason a month ahead of time. So by the time you get there, like you're saying, it's what they've been doing. So it's nothing different.
A couple rotations of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you don't have to do something like a lot of fans probably be mad about that.
Oh, what happened? You froze. Bulldog. Hello. What happened? You're making a
Oh
beautiful.
no.
Oh, you froze.
You were frozen.
I was frozen.
Yeah.
We'll see on the recording who actually froze.
Oh God.
Acting it
Okay.
out. So wait, cut this here and go to where you started saying I was thinking about the as a manager. Just start over.
Oh yeah. Let's think about solution side of your rant. As a manager, a month before the season, you go, I don't know, maybe twice a week. You have your closers and your end of game relievers pitch 4 or 5 outs instead of just three. So by the time you get to the postseason, you it's not different like you're saying. It's what the regular is. And fans will be mad about that because you're increasing risk of injury. But I think it's a risk that you have to take so that you can have that advantage in the postseason.
That's not a bad thought. If you're going to do that, okay, I get that because I mean, as Class A, as I can see where you think as great as Class A has been, you want more of them. You want to see if you can stretch that. I get that, and that's a thoughtful approach. That could be a challenge if you're, but I guess you're. It makes sense if you're either way. If you're already clinched and you're not in a pennant or wild card race, then you have the time to do that. If you are in a pennant or wild card race, then it's already playoffs anyways.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I mean, I didn't put this in the rant, but it also, if this is your team as it's constituted that got you to the playoffs in 162 games, what does that do to team dynamics? And if you have a guy who you're leaning on usually in the eighth inning, then all of a sudden he's not good enough for the eighth inning anymore. I mean, the Guardians certainly have that set up. Does that affect team dynamic, or does the eighth inning guy say, "Oh no, to win Class A is way better than me"? I
Mm.
mean, is it winning at all costs and everyone's happy if you win, or does Hunter Gaddis get his feelings hurt because dude, eighth inning's mine. I can do
I
this.
mean, I think Hunter Gaddis is just fine because he pitched absurd about innings the last
Yeah, he did. So
series. But
I guess they're
I
all.
do like your point.
I mean, they shorten the whole bullpen, and I think I would acknowledge that in every sport the playoffs do have a different feel and strategy and kind of pacing, and I get that. Whether we talk about all the sports, certainly hockey and basketball and the way series are set up, baseball for sure. I don't know NFL, yeah, I'm sure, but it's still just one game though. But in baseball, all these other sports where there's series, because of the schedule, because of the it's played differently as far as every day or not, it does change the back and forth. So um
Huh?
so I like that because it says, okay, yeah, the playoffs are different, so let's play different, but let's anticipate that.
But it's also like, why does the playoffs have to be different, like you're saying? Stick to
Well,
what got you
I mean,
through.
why not schedule the baseball playoffs like they schedule the baseball season? But it's every day.
Yeah, maybe that's why they do have to change though, is because they get the extra rest, so they can do that,
Well, I know the
or they
Guardians.
think they can do that.
Well, as Guardians as and Tiger too, for that example, they were such great bullpens, and there was such an anchor. They could lean into that strength because of the schedule. There's nothing wrong as a someone who's competing to take advantage of the rules or the ways that they're set up.
Yeah,
There's no integrity for the Stephen Vogt to say, well, we I manage this way all year, so I'm just going to stay the same because that's how I manage. If the schedule affords him to lean into his strength more, I get that. but it still bugs me that you just do that. Oh, and all of a sudden I'm going to ask Klaus to do things he hasn't done for 4 months. It's not a realistic, a fair expectation. I mean, in Class A, I think I texted the Bulldog. It was the game four. Class A came in the eighth, and he finished the eighth. He did the eighth fine. Then he came in the ninth after sitting because the Guardians had a little rally, and they got a run. And he was kind of sitting and cold and not enthused. And first pitch, first batter was a double. I thought, oh shit, here we go. I was ready. That was the rant. I said, I'm ready to rant. What do you think about the extra inning thing and that change?
The
The rule.
what?
What do you think about the change in extra inning rule?
Um, I mean, I like it because I like that way of baseball anyways. I thought that's made baseball great. So
I like it too. I think I'd rather have that too, but
it is weird that they change it for, I mean, it's also like the NFL overtime though. They change it for the postseason.
they change it because overtime in the NFL regular season can end in a tie.
That's true.
That's why they change it.
Yeah.
But they
No, 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 no. They changed it so every team um
get the
can
possession no
get
matter
to
what.
possession. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's right. Okay, they do that too. You're right.
But that's
Our rant
because
against that too.
but no, but that they changed that because it caused a lot of problems years prior. It the
I
don't
don't know if it caused
besides
a lot of problems. The Bills fans complained.
okay, all right. Well, let's not hurt Manny
Sorry,
Lash's
Manny.
feeling.
Sorry, Manny,
Yeah,
but Bills fans complained.
yeah.
So stop
Let
them. To
let
me, like, okay,
let's not go down the road. Let's wrap this thing up.
okay.
Uh
Are we wrapping this up? How are we wrapping up?
uh we're wrapping up. No, 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 that we're done. We're
We're
done.
done.
We're done. We tried that experiment. We'll see what feedback we get. Yes, we really hope you enjoyed that. Little trading places action. Um, yes, I have seen that movie, Dad. Uh,
Can you give me a line? Feeling
no.
good. Feeling good, Billy Ray. No.
Have a good day.
And have a good night, everybody. Go Guards.